Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the week of January 10th. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Aries, I do not offer personal readings, so please do not get scammed. If you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me. So please keep that in mind. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if you'd like to get to know me more, you can give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's see what we have here for you, Aries. Now, I decided to change up this reading for the week. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross here instead of my normal 9 card. So if you're curious what this spread is, it is a traditional Celtic cross. And if you're somebody who watches my content regularly but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is the first time you are watching me. So let me make sure everything is in view and then we'll get right into it here. And I'm going to take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. All right, I think that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a card of dependability, reliability, but more importantly, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who makes practical choices in their life. And so I get the sense that some of you have a decision to make. This seems to be in the collective for this week. There's something around decisions. It's like we're at a decision point here. And by the way, Happy New Year to you. Welcome to 2022. I did want to say that, Aries. But, you know, this Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's extremely intelligent, extremely smart with money and resources and financial situations in their life. And so some of you are maybe taking a look at your money. The choice that you have to make may be relating to a purchase or something. You could also be dealing with like CPAs, investment bankers, investors, financial advisors, real estate agents, anything like that. Anybody who works and lives and breathes in the material realm, which is also the Queen of Pentacles. But I get the sense that some of you, it's probably a little bit deeper than that. That may be a small percentage of you. I feel like some of you here, what's going on is you have to make a practical decision instead of an emotional decision. And I'm going to get into why I feel that way right now. So in the middle, right away, in your current situation, you have the 5 of Cups. So this is somebody who's sitting in disappointment, all right? This is an emotional situation right here, okay? They are upset. They are disappointed. They are sad, melancholy. They're thinking about these 3 cups here that are spilled. And for them, they can't see the 2 cups that are upright behind them because they're focused on the downside. They're focused on the emotions. And for you, what I see here is the Queen of Pentacles doesn't really deal with emotions, okay? The Queen of Pentacles deals in the practicalities of earth, of life, of resources. And I get the sense that some of you are needing to do that here at this time with this 5 of Cups showing up. It's almost like, it's not like this is not easy. Like, this is definitely not an easy thing for you to deal with, but it's something that like, it's sort of like, this is what it is. This is the choice I'm making, and you're being extremely practical about it. The reason I'm feeling that way is because in the problem position, you have the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak. All right, this is anything that breaks your heart. So here we now see showing up here the emotional situation of the 5 of Cups with another, the problem being of the heart, right? Of the emotional areas of your life. So with this 3 of Swords, that's a card that traditionally means divorce, separation, breakup, severance from a job, leaving a job, being let go of, even a challenging situation with a friend. It can indicate that, like having to hash it out with a friend or anything like that going on. Anything that tugs on your heart, on your emotions. And, you know, this Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this is why you're kind of now in this situation that's emotional, but you're trying to take the practical steps to work through it. So yeah. Now what's interesting here is we have these other two cards which are quite literally opposite, and we're going to get into them now. So in the past you have the Ace of Cups. There was a new like emotional beginning for you here that has started in the past already. The Ace of Cups, any ace is a new beginning. In the tarot, it's always a great sign to get an ace. This one is like the feeling of having your cup overflowing, right? It's like enjoying the love that is available to you in life, not just romantic love, but divine love, love from all sources. That's what this Ace of Cups is all about. And it's definitely a very good card to get. So it could mean that some of you started something. It could have been like extremely quick. There might have been a quick situation here with somebody. But I also feel like for some of you, you're ready to embrace something new. In the future here, you have this Two of Cups, which is actually my favorite card for love and romance in the tarot. This is like the perfect union. It's two souls linking up, meeting up in this lifetime. A soul bond, a soul union, whatever you want to call it. And it's like your perfect person. It's your perfect partner. It can represent partnerships in general. So if you're here for business, it can represent partnerships. The thing is, your current situation here with the problem is the Three of Swords. I'm getting a strange feeling where you've been dealing with emotional situations here with the cups, with the Ace of Cups. You've been dealing with a new beginning. You're going to continue dealing with it here in the future. And I think like for some of you, what's going to happen here is you're going to say, is this partnership, is this union, in whatever form it may take, contributing to my life in a positive way or a negative way? And that's something that the Queen of Pentacles would do. They would evaluate something in a very practical, earthly way here. And it's hard to say. I'll be very interested to see what these three clarifiers are, as well as what the Oracle cards say when we go along. But that's kind of what I'm feeling here. So it's all about the heart right now with these Three Cups and Three of Swords. Now, on your conscious awareness, you have the Devil. So this is a Capricorn. We do have this Queen of Pentacles as well, could also be a Capricorn. The Devil is a card that indicates our shadows, okay? It's something that we know we need to work through in this lifetime. We all have a shadow, okay? And so for you, there's some sort of demon here on your mind. There's like a little voice in the back of your head that's saying, Aries, like, is this what you want to do? Go for it. You know, something like have another piece of cake, right? Like that's what the Devil energy is. And it can also represent something relating to your habits, your structures, your routines, which the Queen of Pentacles has very good habits, structures, and routines. So maybe some of you are looking at that. I also feel like the Devil can be a toxic person or situation. So it's challenging to say because we have like polar opposites here in this first row here. But below here in the subconscious, what you can't see, the hidden, or the way that you're talking to yourself, you have the Three of Wands, which talks about growth. This is all about growth and expansion on the horizon. For you, if this situation is not providing you with your soul with an opportunity to grow, then I feel like you're going to make the practical choice of choosing to no longer be with that situation. Okay? And this is very similar. This is very likely to be with a person. It's very likely to involve a person, whether they are romantic or they are a business partner or a colleague or a friend. It's involving a person here, okay? And with the Three of Wands, it's an incredibly good card, but your soul is saying, hey, Aries, it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to grow here in this at this time. So moving along in your staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, you have the Moon. The Moon is a card indicating temporary deceptions, okay, potentially something not being as it appears, but let me also offer this to you. The Moon can indicate emotionally charged situations, which I have felt for you here, and the start of this reading with the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords, where something may be, emotions may be on high right now with this Moon card, and it may be you, right? There's something here with emotions with the Queen of Pentacles coming in here to ground those things out, to ground the emotions out. The Queen of Pentacles is here to ground the emotional situation out. The moon can also represent intuition in general, which you have the subconscious here can also be seen as like your intuition in this case. And, you know, for you, what's going on at the subconscious level is what is allowing you to grow into the best version of yourself. So trust what your messages you're getting here. In the external influence, you have the Six of Swords. So this is somebody who's sailing forward, okay? They're making transitions, they're going to new places, seeing new shorelines, and most importantly, they're leaving the old them behind, okay? They're leaving the old them behind on the shoreline, and they're going to new shores. This represents a sort of rite of passage in your life. It can also, I want to throw this out here. So think about the boat in a much larger term. Like, what sort of water, what types of waters do you want to be sailing? Okay, think about the boat. Like, where are you trying to go right now? And what direction are you trying to steer your life when you see the Six of Swords? Okay, you could be in energetic waters. You could be in emotional waters. You could be in career waters. What direction are you looking to steer right now? Okay, the reality is here in the external influence, you're hopping on the boat. You're right, you're getting on the boat. But the question is, where will you go? So for many of you, it's leaving this person behind, or this I think it's a person. My intuition is telling me it's a person. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have this Queen of Cups, which is a trusted friend or ally. So it could mean that there was a betrayal. There could be something like that here. But at the same time, the Queen of Cups is like the second most intuitive card in the tarot behind the High Priestess. So the reality is that you should separate the fear of the logic from the intuitive at this time, because it's your intuition and your intuitive knowing here that's providing you with the knowledge. It's very hard to separate the fear and the logic. Everyone can do it, but those two things are completely different. So I feel like right now the answer that you need around this situation here is within you. It's available. It's there. It's just a matter of retrieving it. So in the outcome, you have the Knight of Swords. Something happened impulsively here. Someone made an impulsive move well, I'm getting two things. They could have, whatever this situation that's breaking your heart here, it probably is because somebody was impulsive with this Knight of Swords. But on the other hand, this could be telling you to take swift action, to drop whatever's no longer serving you, okay, and to let it go. And to seize any opportunity that you may have in the future here, which this is the outcome, to let go of this situation or this person that is toxic, that it's not allowing you to make these practical steps towards growth, which is what your soul is wanting you to do here. Another way to look at this is, as you let this person go, there's a new person coming in as well with the Two of Cups, which can always happen. So let's go ahead and clarify this even more and see what wants to come forward. Okay, so you have the Page of Swords. So this is representing disappointing news or news of delays potentially, an offer that maybe didn't happen the way that you thought it would happen. There's always an element of time associated with the Page of Swords. However, what I think is going on here with this Page of Swords is this is also someone that I read as like somebody who's extremely annoying sometimes, and somebody who can be quite challenging to be around, a little bit immature type of energy with the Page of Swords. The reason being is they're extremely analytical. Okay, they're quick, they're witty, they're smart, they're intelligent, they know what to say, but they don't really think before they say it. And, for some of you, you could be dealing with someone who has Page of Swords qualities, which is breaking your heart right now. You have this Four of Cups here, which is potentially boredom and apathy. However, it can also represent that there's a solution to your problem here right in front of your face that you might be looking at, but you can't really see, okay? Because this person here, even though they're looking at it, they don't really see the opportunity. They're looking at it and they're viewing it as like a cup from the past here, one of these three cups, or a cup that is familiar to them. But instead, this is a solution to their problem. So for you, what I feel like is coming in here is that the solution is there and it's in your intuitive knowing. It's probably different than what you're used to. You also here have this Three of Pentacles, which is reward recognition for a quality job well done. Somebody who's a skilled builder or who has a talent in something. It also can represent your teammates or your colleagues or your work environment. Threes are also trinities, the number of trinities. So you have 2 threes here involving people. Yeah, it's involving people. For some of you, this is romantic. For some of you, others of you, it may be like a friend or a colleague. But let's go ahead and pull some additional cards to see what oracle messages want to come forward here to help clarify the situation even more. So let's see what we get here. Okay. Okay, you had a bunch of them that wanted to come forward. So you have, wow, look at this. No and no. There are 2 no's in this oracle deck. One is an emphatic no, an absolutely no, and the other is a maybe no, like a half no. But you are absolutely no. Like, this is not working. And the thing is here, you have forgiveness and let go. So the forgiveness part is interesting because you need to forgive yourself around something, I feel like. But at the same time, understand that forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. And letting go is a part of forgiveness, right? You can let somebody go, you can close the door on somebody, which you are here with 2 no's, but also forgive that person and not let them back in their life. You have opportunity as well. As you do let go, as you do set these boundaries, as you do say no, opportunities are coming in. They're very clear to you here, Aries. So let's see what we get here. Let's pull some additional messages from the Kipper deck to see what we get. Okay. Coffin, it's an ending with somebody, okay? Courtship, main female, marriage, gift, lovers, wow. So, okay, so there is this storyline here where, first of all, I never read coffin as death and dying. I almost always read it as an ending with a person or a situation, which is what we're talking about here. Courtship, marriage, and main female. Someone here, it's very interesting because I feel like you're going to have to say no literally twice. Like, you're going to have to reaffirm your boundary. Courtship represents someone really wanting you, and you've already closed the door. You've closed the coffin here, okay? The nail, or what is it? You've nailed, it's the nail in the coffin. That's what it is. And so, yeah, for some of you, this will be a separation. For others of you here, there's this gift which is being provided here through this gift and opportunity card with someone else as you end. Okay, as you end this situation, as you rid whatever is toxic, there's a gift coming in here for you, and that's probably a relationship with someone else. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Drop a comment to let me know what you think. Share this video with a friend. Check out my website, zanintuitive.com, so you can sign up for my email list. I'll see you in the next one.